All right. So I was contacted a while back from Dehancer, and they have a plugin that they wanted me to try, and in return, give them an honest review. And that's what I'm going to do. It's a plugin for color grading, and it can definitely speed up your workflow, and it could possibly get you the look that you're wanting a lot faster. Now, I'm using it in Premiere Pro. You can use it in that. You can use it in DaVinci. You can use it in Final Cut. You get the idea. Um, plenty, plenty of stuff that you can read. If you need help for some reason, you go to their website. You can look it up for whatever platform you're using, and it's straight and to the point. It's really, really good. If you decide that it's something that you might want to put in your little toolbox of editing tools, you'll be able to go, and at checkout, you can use the promo code Manchester and receive 10% off. So keep that in mind. And before we dive in here, though, if you don't mind, go down and click the subscribe button because it obviously helps, and I'll appreciate it. And, you know, it just goes a long way. So let's dive in real quick. I'm going to show you some of the things that, some of the features this plugin has. Now, it's feature rich. The features have features that have features. I mean, there's a ton of stuff in here. There's a lot of stuff that I won't use, but there are some things that I like, and I'll kind of highlight that. And then we'll kind of quickly go through some other stuff, but you'll get the idea what it's all about, and you'll be able to make a decision if it's something that you want. So let's dive in. Now, here we go. We are inside of Premiere Pro. All right. So we're going to type in Dehancer. You're going to take this, you're going to move it on over to the footage. Now, this is red footage. I want to show you a little difference when I use red footage and Canon footage, because when it comes to the red footage, you can come into input. You can go down to source, choose camera, and I am going to choose the camera because they just so happen. Look at all of the camera profiles that they have. I mean, yeah, iPhone. I mean, come on. They got so many in here. Chances are they have the camera that you use. They don't have the Canon R3. We'll get to that in a minute. But they do have red. They have the red Komodo. So I'm going to use that. And that's what it looks like when it converts it. Now, you don't have to. You can just leave it at 709. You don't even have to convert it there. Normally, what I would do is I would come over here to settings, and I would convert it myself and then come back over here. But let's just, for the sake of using this plugin, let's convert it with the camera profile. Now, inside of this, you can change, I mean, all kinds of stuff you could see. If you're using this, you know what this is. I am not going to go through every single line. It will take an hour. So you get the idea what that is. And then film, you have different film stocks that you can use. I like a few. I will not use all of these. I don't see me going through all this stuff. That could be a con. There's so many things in here. Like if you, I mean, it could drive you nuts trying to use all this stuff, but that's a good thing too, because there's a lot to choose from. So you can find the best ones that you like. I like 350D. I like that one. I like the 250D. I kind of like that look. Let's just, for the sake of that video, let's just use this. You can see enable, disable, film developer. It is what it is. Contrast, the gamma. I mean, you can change that. The film compression, the expand. You can change some white points, the black points. You can come down to print. Look at all the stuff that you could do in here. Now you can go pick your print. This is a pretty popular one, the Kodak 2383, which I kind of like. But I also like the Fujifilm 3513. It kind of, I don't know, kind of gives it a pretty cool look. But with that, I would come down here to output, and I'd be dropping that down a little bit and probably land somewhere in there. I don't know. I would tweak it a little bit more probably. But again, for the sake of the video, let's get through this. So we can come to, I would probably come to film grain at that point, and then I would add some film grain, and you can I don't know, maybe you can kind of see that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's enable. That's not able. And then this is enabled right there. You could probably see that a little bit. Yeah, you can see that. All right. And then I'll disable it again. And now you can kind of see what it looks like. So put the film grain on there. I would come down to 65 is what I would use because I like it to be a little bit more subtle. But look at the different, I mean, there's so many ways to customize this. That's a massive pro for me. I mean, it's not just one and done. You can pick so many things. Halation, I mean, let's go here and enable it. You can kind of see how it blooms the reds. Watch, let me see if I can get his feet up here. Right there. You can kind of see how it blooms the reds, makes it pop a little better, right? And again, if I was going to use it, I'd probably come down here so it's not as noticeable, but it does add a little bit. And then the bloom is something that I would use, and it's disabled now. But if you see right here, you'll watch the white lines and everything. You'll see how much it blooms it. I would, again, be a little bit more subtle about it. And now you can see where it's enabled and not enabled. So it adds a nice look to it. Film damage. I mean, you know what film damage is. It adds a bunch of, like, looks like just the film is damaged. And if you like that look, you have it. And then you have you could pick, you know, different levels of that. Film breath and gate weave, I would not use. I don't foresee me using it. It's just, it's kind of gives you that, I don't know, maybe a little feel of not, you know, handheld, you know, kind of like with that. So it is something you want to do. I mean, by all means, do it. Overscan. Let's see. I'll show you what this looks like real quick with it enabled. You'll know what it looks like once you see it. So you get the idea of what this is. You can use different styles of it. Kind of whatever you want to use. I mean, you just do whatever you know. You can come in here and play with this as much as possible. There's just so many different things that you can do to it. It's pretty impressive, to be honest with you. There are reasons to use it. I would use it a lot, but I probably will use it a little bit. I'm not using vignette. You know what that is. Monitor, if you didn't nail it for some reason and you wanted to see kind of where everything landed, here's your scale. You can check your false color to make sure things are where they need to be. It is what it is. And then the output, we did that earlier. You can change the intensity of this if you want to, and then you know, you can also export whatever you use. If you think you're going to use it a lot, you can export it with a LUT or export it to a LUT. So, and then you have that LUT that you can use at whatever time. So anyway, that's with red footage. Now let's jump over here to some Canon footage real quick. I just want to give you an idea what this looks like. There's just a couple things that I want to point out here because the way this is filmed, there's some things that look pretty cool with it. So we're going to put Dehancer on that, and then we're going to go to input. And like I said, there is no Canon R3, which I shot this on. So I'm just going to leave it at Rec 709. I'd probably convert it again in a different setting, but for this, let's leave it at 709. I would come down, I don't know, maybe you want to use, let's use Kodak Gold, okay? Just for the heck of it. You don't have to use anything, but just for the sake of the tutorial, let's use it. Let's come down to film grain. You could see some grain in there now. This is where you're going to really notice the difference in the grain. You can kind of see now, it's obviously not on, that is on. So you can kind of see the difference. Now this is something else you're going to see a big difference in. Watch in halation. Watch these lights up here, and you can especially right in here. All right. So I'm going to kind of do this where it's very obvious. Now you can kind of see. Watch the lights up here. You can kind of see all in this area. Off, on, off, on. Let's leave them on for a second. I'll show you the bloom again. We're going to do this very obvious. All right. On, off, on. Okay. And then you can come in here and you can fix it to however you want to fix it. I don't want it very noticeable, so I'll do it a little bit. And then we've been through this other stuff already, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea what that could do to your footage. So, I mean, basically, I know that was quick, but that's it. But there's so many features in here. It's not like a one and done situation. So it's a very, very powerful plugin that could really help your footage if you struggle with color grading, you know, or if you want to be able to manipulate your image into something that, you know, you're not able to achieve. This could help you get there, because as like 60 plus different types of film stocks, you saw all the different types of camera profiles. There's so many features inside the features. This is a very robust plugin. So anyway, that is it. I hope you got something out of this video, and if you did, please hit like, hit the notification bell so you can be notified for all future videos that will be coming out. And again, like I said, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button because I appreciate it. Go down in the description, hit the link for Dehancer.com, and at checkout, use the promo code Manchester, and you will get 10% off. So there you go. Happy Valentine's Day, early, late. I don't know when this video is coming out, but when you see it, either way, that's your Valentine's Day gift. So I hope you like it. And I don't know, hopefully this will be useful to you. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.